Hello, welcome to my religious life video blog. So, you just had just about it as well. It's gotta be 19th Sunday of Pentecost. And I hate to break this to you. I hate to break this to you, but Gospel of Mark, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just remember. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Mark chapter 9, verses 38 to 50. Because I'm not gonna read all of it because everybody knows it's another Exodus. If you watch The Exorcist, as a back in the 70s movie, and then it would be a remake of you know who, of this movie on television series on Fox a couple years ago. Well, I don't know. Could be a thriller or could be a no. Stop it. Anyways, Mark chapter 9 verses 38 to 50 says, John says to him, "Teacher, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he was not following us." But Jesus said, "Do not stop him, for no one who does a deed of power in my name will be able soon afterwards to speak evil of me. Whoever is not against us is for us. For truly I tell you, whoever gives you a cup of water to drink because you bear the name of Christ will by no means lose the reward." But what about temptations to sin? Here's your temptation to sin, all right. Verse 42. If anyone you put a stumbling block before one of these little ones who believes in me, it will be better for you if a great millstone were hung around your neck and you were thrown into the sea. If your hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life maimed than, yeah, you guessed it, than to have two hands and to go to hell, to the unquenchable fire. And if your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life lame than to have 2 feet and be thrown into hell. And you know the rest. And let's see. For every now, and let's go for verse 49. Well, who knows? For everyone will be salted with fire. Salt is good, but if salt has lost its saltiness, how can you season it? Have salt in yourselves and be at peace with one another. Okay, one another. So this is what happens. You know about Mark. Anyone's keep civilized about this one. So inside chapter 9. That's why we're inside Mark chapter 9, because everything else keeps civilized about this one. We talk about transfiguration, trust, and teaching. Now, here's the truth. Stephen A. says, here's the truth. Yes. Yeah, my dad watches First Take on ESPN. You know what it means. Now, do you know what it comes to closing about this one? Because we're talking about transformation, and so is teaching about the 12 and everybody's understanding. But we also talk about truths as we close this out in Mark chapter 9. Because the chapter closes with Christ's teaching on the need to recognizing the others in his work. And that means it needs to be, you guessed it, the needs of others. What about the danger? Yes, danger ahead. Warning of causing little ones to stumble. And you know why? This is the importance of the serious self-discipline stuff that everybody teaches in the figure of speech, of cutting off limbs and plucking out one's eye. And what about the eternal reality as hell? Underlining 3 times. Now, here's the biggest part about this one. If someone really belongs to Christ, then he or she will. It just sounds like he said and she said. It sounds like Christine Ford versus Judge Brett Kavanaugh have no attention. He says, she says, you know what I'm saying. Then, because everybody likes salt. Everybody will be salt of the earth. Having a flavor or function differently from those that goes around about this one. So here's the thing you've been sacrificing with. So here's the thing you've been sacrificing the others. About this one, about Mark chapter 50. How can everybody's restoring its saltiness? Because like I said, everybody knows will be, you guessed it. Salt, salted with fire. Because salt is good. Don't you think? Well, I hate to break this to you, but salt is bad for you. That's what the doctor says. I don't eat too much salt. Salt on my fries. And salt on this chips or wherever it is, because you know why? It gives you a heart attack. It's a human disease. Well, that's what I told Christy that. Do you have salt? Eat salt? No. I said no. And Kristen believes it. That's why we go to the doctor's appointment last couple weeks or so about, whatever it is. And everybody's got to be civilized about this one. But enough of that. This is what happens because if you know why, because salt is good. But if you have salt and you had lost its saltiness, how can everybody season it? Have salt in yourselves. Because like I said, you had to be peace with one another at a time like this. Because the moral of my Religious Life video blog for this 19th Sunday of Pentecost is because everybody needs to be transformed, teaching and the 12 things that disputes themselves and the truths they needed, the most of it. And that's why gospel chapters of Mark chapter 9 got crazy over me. Well, you'd be surprised for yourself as far as we're concerned. For now, it happens again and again. For now, who knows? That's the end. So what comes next? 20th of Sunday of Pentecost. You be the judge. Anyways, that's my religious life video blog story, and I'm sticking to it. And like I said, be salts for yourselves, because never mind. I won't say it. Goodbye.